all of this came other currents. Islam is a very interesting story. There is a perception in the north that Islam came with the sword, with Muhammad bin Qasim in 712. We in the south have a very different recollection. I will speak as a Keralite. From my state, we were used to what the people we today call the Arabs traveling to Kerala every year for 1,000 years before Islam. They were traveling when the winds were favorable across the Arabian Sea. They would come, they would settle on the west coast of Kerala, they would trade, they would marry locally, they would spend a few months, and when the winds changed, they would go back every year after year, for centuries, centuries. So Islam came to us as news, not through a sword, but as news from people who had been traveling, who were familiar to us, who were part of us in many ways for millennia. And they came to us, people we're familiar with, were trading with us, living with us, and they said, hey, you know what's happening in our peninsula? We have a prophet, and this is what he's saying. So much so that a local Hindu king, Cheruman Perumal, was so excited to hear about this prophet that he organized a flotilla of 22 or 23 ships to go to the Arabian Peninsula so he could meet the prophet. Most of those ships didn't make it. They got stranded in what we today know as Lakshadweep or the Maldives. But he made it. And what is fascinating is that you can see the evidence of his journey even today. In Oman, south of Salalah, there are Kerala coconut trees growing from coconuts he took with him, which are not native to the Arabian Peninsula. Now, this is how we relate to history. And when this Muslim community in Kozhikode and Kochi and that area, the west coast basically, became numerous enough, large enough, that they needed a place to worship, they went to the Zamorin, the local king, and he said, no problem, there is a disused temple, you can have it. And so the oldest mosque outside the Arab world in Kodungalur in Kerala is still dominated by an ancient Hindu lamp outside the mosque. The mosque has gone through 5 or 6 major renovations over the centuries. But can you imagine? There is a mosque in India going back within a few decades of the lifetime of the Prophet. Now, these are stories that perhaps in the north people are not told or do not know or choose not to remember. But this is why when I talk about multiple histories, even the story of Islam in India has multiple histories and multiple ways of being told and multiple imaginings. This is something we need to understand.